Why is it important to protect your Social Security number? The U.S. government created Social Security numbers in 1936 to track how much money Americans make during their lifetime and calculate Social Security benefits. You need a Social Security number to get a job, collect government benefits, and use for identification. Identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in American society. Scammers would love to get their paws on your Social Security number, SSN. Once your Social Security number has been viewed by potential identity thieves, there's no way for your Social Security number to be secret again. If you want to help protect yourself against identity theft, protecting your Social Security number is a good start. Your Social Security number, or SSN, is a key piece of personally identifiable information. In the wrong hands, like in the hands of an identity thief, your Social Security number might lead to various types of identity theft or fraud. What can identity thieves do with your Social Security number? Once an identity thief has your Social Security number, they can easily open bank accounts, open new credit cards or lines of credit to make purchases in your name. Open new service accounts in your name, such as utilities or internet service, destroy your credit score across all 3 credit bureaus, file tax returns to obtain your refund, put you in major debt. Although you can't do anything about a data breach that might expose your SSN, it's a good idea to learn what you can do to protect yourself following a breach, and before a subsequent breach. No matter how big or small, no business or industry is immune to cyber thieves who may have identity theft in mind. It's critical, then, to learn some of the ways you can protect your SSN from falling into the hands of identity thieves and how to help protect your identity should your SSN be exposed in a breach. Less exposure of this vital personal information could potentially mean fewer opportunities for thieves to steal your identity. Worth noting, it's important to protect your full Social Security number, all 9 digits. But it's also important to protect the last 4 digits, since many financial firms and others often use those 4 numbers to identify you. Lenders, student loan servicers, credit card companies, and credit bureaus all use this information. Here are some tips for protecting your Social Security number and identity. Trust. Verify the recipient. Some people and organizations have a valid reason to receive such documents, including a new employer, your accountant, a bank, a landlord, or a school. Even then, though, proceed with caution. Resist surrendering the information to practically everyone else, no matter how innocent their request seems. Be extremely wary of providing your Social Security number to someone who has called you. You should verify the identity of the person you are speaking with if you didn't reach out directly. Just don't do so by calling back a provided phone number or clicking on a text link. Offer an alternative form of ID. If a business or other organization asks for your Social Security number, offer your driver's license number instead. Other alternative forms of ID include a passport, proof of current and previous address, such as utility bills, or even a student ID from a college or university. Email is a no-no. If you're satisfied the stranger you are dealing with is who they say they are and has a legitimate need for the information, the next step is to figure out how to safely provide it to them. It's often inconvenient to hand-deliver financial, tax or employment records, especially during a pandemic. If documentation isn't required and you just need to share an ID number or some other details, you can provide the information over the phone. Again, do so only if you know the person is legitimate and trustworthy. Don't ever include your Social Security number and other confidential information in the body of an email, an all-too-easy hack. For the same reason, avoid attaching scanned PDFs or other documents that include your Social Security number and other personally identifiable information. Don't text the information or spill the beans via instant messages either, which are equally vulnerable. Leave your card at home. Don't carry your Social Security card around with you in your wallet or purse. Don't enter your SSN into your phone, laptop, or other devices. It would be rare for you to need your card. Typically, reciting the number is all that's required. Keep the number in your head and the card locked up at home. Encryption, secure but not user-friendly. You can send encrypted email if the company you are working with offers that option. Encrypted messages are scrambled behind industry-standard cryptographic algorithms and other secure methods. But while businesses may rely on encrypted email to keep snoops at bay, it isn't typically a user-friendly option. Not only must the sender have the wherewithal to encrypt a message, but the recipient also needs the right digital key to unscramble it. Fax carefully if you must. Faxing sensitive documents isn't much more secure than regular email unless you are 100% convinced that the only person who will pick up the document is the intended recipient. Otherwise, it's like dropping them off on a desk, where anyone can grab them. Meanwhile, it may seem like a no-brainer, but if you do fax, double-check that you are using the correct phone number. Don't use your SSN as a password. Don't use the whole SSN or even a part of it as a password. The password file can be stolen and decrypted, or someone can just watch you type it in from over your shoulder. Monitor your accounts and be aware of new accounts being pinned. If someone obtains your SSN, you may find evidence of unlawful use in your bank, credit, or other accounts. Consider setting up alerts with your financial institutions to flag unusual activity, such as withdrawals or purchases over a certain amount. Watch for changes in your credit score. And check your credit reports. Consider an identity theft protection service. As identity thieves continue to evolve their methods for obtaining personal information, protecting your social security number is vital to protecting your identity. Protecting your social security number doesn't have to be a do-it-yourself affair. An identity theft protection service can help. For instance, it may be able to alert you if your social security number has been found on the dark web. The cost of an identity theft protection service typically ranges from $10 to $35 per month. Some identity theft protection services include features to monitor your credit reports and allow you to respond to alerts via email, phone, and text messages. How to spot social security number scams? Some seniors receive telephone calls from people pretending to be representatives from the IRS, Social Security Administration, or financial institutions who say they need to confirm your SSN. But none of those organizations is likely to reach out to you requesting your number. They don't need to call you and ask you for that information because they already have it, says Susan Grant, Director of Consumer Protection and Privacy for the Consumer Federation of America. No one is legitimately going to be calling and asking for that. If that happens, tell them no and hang up. What to do if you disclosed your social security number to an untrustworthy source? There are some steps you can take to protect your identity after your social security number has been stolen. You could place a credit freeze on your credit reports with the 3 credit bureaus to further avoid potentially fraudulent activity. Stay safe and be aware of the scammers.